of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the New England Patriots.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback who played for the Nevada Wolfpack in college. It's Colin Kaepernick.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Kaepernick now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Roughing the passer defense.
Wow, so what? Wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
To Jalen Richard.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Kaepernick now to throw. It's a screen to Richard. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead.
For the extra point.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdowns. passes. I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
13 yards.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24. Or 28-30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw here. He's got his big tight end fan. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 20 carries, 114 yards, and a score.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity, because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he He went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd down, Richard. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Take over 1st down. And
well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Tony Pollard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Now Colin Kaepernick and the offense heading back out onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee
the Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down, make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, Richard pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Number 30, Jalen.
Yeah, let's check on the numbers for Jalen Richard last week. 16 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
49-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. And he'll find Pittman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 37. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Kaepernick going to throw. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Daron Payne able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
17.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Intercepted.
1st quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
22.
Brought down by Nate Gehring.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Seven, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Derrick Henry. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Derrick Henry, the ball.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Complete to
A lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Running from the gun with Henry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And some room to roam now. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not as their drive will begin at the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Richard. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Richard. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Richard. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll find Richard here underneath. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So here are the Patriots to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Henry, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Here's the throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. A man who has done this a lot, Justin Houston, in there to record the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Julio Jones. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Patriots add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, Richard. And he'll wind up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now the Patriots going to over what to do next. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is the tight end Fant. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Noah Fant.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
That is caught by Moss for a Patriots touchdown. Thaddeus Moss, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Caught left side by Hilton. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there and a first down. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after play.
And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Before pass, offense.
So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
6-yard line.
Now comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They run with Henry on first down, but nothing much materializing as he'll get forward only for about a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
And the Patriot first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? Third level run, first level being the D-line, and linebacker second level, and the secondary the third. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 37-yard line.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Pollard, the ball carrier.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Let's see now what Colin Kaepernick has been up to so far in this game. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally
the Indy offense at the line and set to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On the draw, Richard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
43-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Evades him at the 20. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, and it's 3rd and short.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw, Kaepernick. And able to find Dorsett. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
7-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Deron Payne, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's a give to Richard, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jalen Richard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Here's Hauschka for the extra point.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, For the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends on the Jalen Richard touchdown run. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
England trying to get to place on offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. Back to throw now on first down. Green with a catch left side. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. 17. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On second down now, Pollard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Indy set to go on offense once more. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40.
Jack Doyle. It's a pickup of 6.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
At the 40-yard line.
Now Kaepernick. Middle of the field to the tight end Doyle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now this one complete on the slant route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and a goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Stopped short of the goal line.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Trying to run it in, DeMarco. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Patrick DeMarco. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 34. 7 yards there and a first down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Complete to Julio Jones.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. But look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. The throw complete to Dorsett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. This goes out right to Doyle. 7 yards, the pickup there. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 18. Now Kaepernick again. His throw caught. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. That ball is caught. It's Doyle. Touchdown Colts. Jack Doyle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. And the Patriots are going to recover, and that should just about assure victory. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll let this go for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Julio Jones once again the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Intended for Julio Jones.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and that will write a finish to this ball game.
Pass interference. Defense.
Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Pats, the win.